Welcome back to the Auction Car Reconditioning channel. I'm Brian. We're working on the Honda Odyssey today. This is a recent pickup from an auto auction. And I want to work on these plastic pillars, the B and C pillars, which are really wide and very visible. They're right in your line of sight when you're walking up to it and grabbing the handle to get in. And I have a little bit of time today, so I want to restore them and I want to show you a different way to approach them. I have an all-in-one solution, restorant and protectant, that you could do in one step for these pillars here, and they should turn out amazing. Let's get to work. B and C pillars are black plastic trim, and as you can see, they're kind of discolored. They have this zebra effect, and the sun's harmful rays and the weathering effect is really taking its toll. These should be a nice, dark, rich, sort of satin color, and the same thing's happening here. They're discolored. This thing was also run through a car wash, an automated tunnel car wash, which can really be harsh, and they have horrible water, hard water as well. It's actually doing the same thing. It's a little bit of a different material. It's a little bit more coarse and textured. So I'll try this as well, but for the video, we're going to do this panel and these panels right here. The previous owner closed the door by grabbing that, so yeah, we'll restore this plastic trim. And what we're going to use is a one-step solution from Extreme Solutions, and this is, you know, it's made for single stage or clear coat, but it's going to work fantastic on these as well. We're going to team it up with a 3-inch polisher, and this is just a finishing foam pad. Nothing aggressive whatsoever. It's going to be waffled so the air can flow through and doesn't heat up while we're correcting. All we're going to do is really exfoliate and clean the plastic, and then we're going to lay down that acrylic polymer sealant protection at the same time. So it's going to be all in one step. Save time, save you money, and give you good results. Let's get to work. This piece here and the one back, the C pillar, has rubber seals or grommets all the way around. Well, there's none here, but there's some down the middle, there's some on either side, and you can protect them with masking tape so the pad doesn't grab onto this or the backing plate and rip it or damage it or even stain it. My favorite type of masking tape for this type of work is a 3M precision masking tape, and it's this mint green color. My local auto zone and there's another parts store nearby. I can't recall it. Anyways, there's a couple local parts stores that carry this stuff, and it's a low profile and also pliable tape, so you can, you know, you don't have to tape in straight lines. It's a really great masking tape for auto bodies and auto detailing shops alike. The only thing is, just like everything else, it's expensive. Everything is getting pricey these days. And we're just going to crudely tape up along the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not painting this thing. We're just doing some light polishing. With the low profile of this tape, the pad skips over it a whole lot easier than the thicker tape that tends to grab the edge of the tape and peel it upwards, and then gets adhesive from the tape on your pad and makes a hell of a mess. And that's all we're going to do here. This is perfect. We have a couple blobs of the polish on the pad. This polish is a finishing polish with some pigment. It's pigmented for darker color cars, which makes it perfect for plastics as well. It also has acrylic and polymer sealants. So let's spread some of this out onto the plastic, and we'll get to it. Now all you really need to do is 2 passes was, well, it's equal to a crisscross pattern, so I went up and down and then left and right. And that pad on there is a finishing pad. You don't need anything more aggressive. You can use a light polishing pad if it's really heavily oxidized, but you don't want to use anything more aggressive than that. Besides foam, you can also use microfiber finish pads as well. And all you want to do is take a microfiber and clean up any residue that could be on there, just to make it look nice and even. Now, just a quick tip. You could leave it like this. You would have to let it sit and cure for 24 hours and let the polymer sealant and the acrylic cure in there and leave it as is, because that's great protection by itself. Or after it cures, you can add something like a sealant or a wax or maybe even a ceramic coating. It'll get along with the acrylic, because acrylic is just like your clear coat. It's very similar when it comes to its structure. Now, as a quick tip, what I like to do before moving on back here to the other plastics, I like to put a little blob on a microfiber applicator and apply some more of the acrylic and the sealant onto the plastic. Make sure it's even. Let it soak in for a couple seconds, maybe come back here and work on this other plastic. And then come back in after it slightly hazes over. And wipe off any leftover residue. This gives it it's a nice even look, and this also adds more protection to it that doesn't get broken down as you're doing the polishing process. Some of that protection gets broken down during the process mechanically, and this just builds that back up and makes it look incredible. Doesn't look glossy or greasy or slick. Feels natural, looks natural, and looks better than new. Let me get you off the... Look at that. Nice and even, completely restored. It's not glossy, no stains, texture still there. And compared to that, look at that. Look at the difference between the two. Let me know if you could see that down in the comment section. Can't stop now. Got to see what this looks like, all restored. You see the speed of my arm movement? I'm not hovering in one place, and I'm overlapping by about 1 inch on each pass of the polisher. Crisscross pattern equal to 2 passes is all you're going to need. There was no need for me to do any taping. It already looks nice and even here, but I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with the B-pillar, and let's get some on there. Get it nice and even, and then let it haze over slightly. Come back in and wipe that off. Again, nice and even. It doesn't look blotchy, or what am I looking for? It doesn't look inconsistent, or doesn't look like it has uneven blotchiness to it. And I'm anxious to get around this whole vehicle and get all my plastic looking like that. Better than new. By the way, there is going to be a little bit of transfer onto your pad. This is a dark pad, but you could probably even see that. You will need to clean off your pad before moving on from one piece to another to keep it effective. And that's the oxidation, that's the plastic that was breaking down, and we exfoliated or shaved it free from the surface. I'd say 20 minutes tops. That's all it took. All the pieces are restored. Look at that, brand new. The only thing you see is where a branch or something got up against the plastic trim and took the textured part of the plastic away, made it smooth. Everything else looks incredible. All right, guys, I believe that's going to do it for this video. It didn't take very long at all, and we have our plastics restored, protected, all in one pass, in one step, and that is a one-step solution for maybe you to consider. I'll try and remember to put a link for the Extreme Solutions LVR 403 down below in the description box if you want to look into it further. One of the quickest ways to restore plastic and protect it at the same time. Again, you could top that protection with anything you want down the road and maintain it with really anything. Acrylic gets along with just about any protectant topper out there. That said, the LVR 403 is excellent on darker colors, dark gray, black, dark blues. And I haven't had it featured on this channel for years. Do you want me to see how it works on this dark, soft clear coat on the Honda Odyssey? Let me know down in the comments section. This does need paint correction. I do want to shine it up and protect it. We could do it all in one shot with the LVR 403. Let me know if you want to see that down in the comments section. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.